Alright everybody, as department chair, I've called us here together for an emergency meeting. Now I was on a geo trip in Peru, just got back, and it appears that there is an alien civilization right here in Machu Picchu. And they have shot a series of poisonous chemical bombs that are headed straight to campus. Now we have no idea about the chemical structure, about the kinetics, the properties, or anything that's really happening here, but I suggest that we begin by modeling it just like a cupcake. Now we're going to need all hands on deck to figure this out. Does anybody have any suggestions? Dr. Hecker, where are you going?
So there's actually a BYU game going on about now, so I'm just going to let you guys take care of this. You kids have fun.
Alright. Well, I believe I just got an email from Dr. Fletcher. Let's see what Dr. Fletcher's email says. Dr. Fletcher says, "This may be hard, but we can do this. Let's start with a lawyer talk."
Okay, team, we can do this. We can solve this problem. Here, have some candy to get your mind working. This will help you get your minds going. Here's one more. Who wants another one? Who can answer the question? Okay. All right, let's solve this problem.
David, what are you saying? Speak up. Can someone please get him a microphone or something?
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a gas bomb, right? Obviously this is a fluids problem. So if we start off with the Navier-Stokes equation, let's just look at our assumptions here. Let's just, obviously we're going to assume Newtonian fluid, right? I mean, we never assume anything non-Newtonian. That's just unrealistic. Obviously 1D, heads straight to North America, steady state, no heat transfer, constant properties, density, viscosity, Reynolds number, everything's just going to be constant here. And then obviously vapor pressure. Oh, forgot that. Vapor pressures are obviously the same. I don't know what that has to do with this problem, but it's probably going to help us out at some point. So let's just go to our equation here. Let's see here. Let's that cancels. Yep, that cancels too. Man, this is getting pretty easy here. Here we go. We might need to, no, we definitely got to get rid of that. And let's just get rid of the rest of this. And, well, looks like we got this equation right here. So, wow, that was pretty close, guys. We almost had to solve a hard problem there.
Now, wait a minute. I think we're making a few too many assumptions here. This teenage form of the equation is too simple. Let's face it, it's just math that we're dealing with here. And we need to be very precise and accurate in our derivations. Because let's face it, there's no partial credit in the real world. And we kind of need to hurry here because I'm on my 4th page of the fugacity on my 12th exam in the semester. Let's just start by assuming that this is a giant black box.
What? How is that going to be any better? Guys, it's not that hard. You just have to get everything exact while thinking of every possible parameter at the same time. Time. You know what this new room needs? Bigger clocks. Why does it need bigger clocks? Because, well, phones and computers aren't always what they're cracked up to be. They're not the best thing at telling time. But you know what the Cougar could do without? Cougar could do without fresh pizza. I mean, what is that stuff anyway? If we could just have like Domino's, Pizza Hut, or how about I just go get a Doritos Locos Taco?
Tommy, focus. Before you went off on this tangent, you sounded like you knew what you were talking about, like you've done this before. If so, please continue on.
Well, never actually done it before. I've just read about it and modeled it. But that's not really important, because I have some other things to get to, and gotta make sure that the L3 gets done on time and that the career fair has the correct dates, so I'm gonna have to catch you guys later.
Well, I actually have read all about this. Now, unfortunately, I can't relate this to a nuclear reactor, of which I know everything there is to know. But, luckily, I do also know equally as much about every alien invasion known to man. This is just like issue 76 of Aliens Genocide. Who else knows about silicon-based life forms? Or Magic the Gathering? Now, I think there's a character in that game that can shed some insight onto how these invaders work. Now, if you do know all about that, then we should probably play sometime, because I've been having a hard time finding people to play with. I digress. Where was I at?
Well, thank you, Dr. Mehmet. Dr. Hennigan, could you offer some perspective on this issue?
Yeah, really good question. When I was at ExxonMobil, I used AP Monitor to solve Dr. Lewis's cupcake problem, and I've posted some hints about it on my website.
And use a first order plus time delay model to model the donkey cart.
And use the three parameters from the first order plus time delay model, tau, k, and theta, the time constant, the gain, and the dead time. Now, this is about the simplest model that you can get. We're going to use this in order to be able to obtain PID tuning parameters and be able to approximate tau I, kc, and tau d, at least obtain initial tuning parameters. You can also have...
Yeah, so this has been a really productive meeting.
How did you possibly come to this conclusion? Well, perhaps I'm being a little too harsh. After all, I don't have any experience diffusing alien gas bombs. Perhaps we should go back to David's model, adjusting it just a titch.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late. When you start your mornings at 4 a.m., bedtime comes a little bit early. But my engineering horse sense was tingling, so I came right away. And I brought some mind-enlarging exercises that'll help us solve this problem. And luckily, I did them in all sorts of different colors. Some light yellow, some tan, and any sort of pastel color you could ever want. So, take one down, and let's do these mind-enlarging exercises to help us solve this problem.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I was just at a conference in Norway where I was presenting my plan for a dark matter-powered car. But, and then, you know, on the way home, I had to stop by the Queen of England. And then, you know, on the ride, I was solving the world's energy crisis. But, Dr. Lewis, I got your email, and I think I know how to solve our problem. And so I think we can just relate it back a bit to ancient Greece and the riddle of the Sphinx. So you know, in ancient Greece there was this man named Oedipus. So it's pretty simple. I patented the technology about 10 years ago, and I think that it'll be just what we need. Anyway, I have to go. I'm headed to Norway to disprove the theory of relativity, but I've left some notes on my website, so it should be pretty clear how to use it.